Hello, God's 411. My name is Jim, and we are coming to you live from our YouTube page today. And we have a question that we want to bring up, and we want to present it to you. We want to talk about forgiveness. Kim is supposed to be here. She'll be here in a minute. She has something going on, and she's running late. So the question for today, for you all, is do you have trouble forgiving people? I mean, is it okay to not forgive someone? So we'd like to know your thoughts on, Kim, I don't have a watch, but I'm pretending to watch a watch, so I'll have my phone. Kim's supposed to be here, so I don't know where she is. Oh, okay, here she comes. What are you carrying, honey? What are you doing? Wow, what is that? What do you got there?
Oh, sorry.
What is this? What is this big thing?
It's my luggage.
Your luggage. What do you carry that? This is Kim. This is, by the way, she's been. Wow. It looks like you've been carrying the luggage around for a while.
I'm pooped.
You're pooped.
I am.
You look pooped.
I am.
This is Kim, my lovely wife.
It's so heavy.
It's heavy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just kind of curious. I mean,
look how big this stuff is.
it's at least it's Calvin Klein. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it. So do you?
I guess that matters.
Yeah. So do you carry this around wherever you go? I mean, so do you go to the grocery store and carry this
I
big
do.
luggage
It's
around?
an extra 25 pounds that I have to carry with me everywhere I go.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you do this on purpose? I mean that's a lot of weight. I mean, so say you're getting your hair done, or you're going to the mall. I mean, do you carry this?
I take it with me to the restroom.
The what?
The restroom.
The restroom.
I take
Why
it to
would
bed.
Do you really?
I take it everywhere I go.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why? I mean, can you just let it go? I mean, can't just if you're going to the grocery store, you can't just drop it and let it go, or
I just cannot let it go.
Really?
It's just a burden that is in it.
Wow.
I cannot let it go.
Wow. Since we're talking about forgiveness and everybody, and I see some people are making comments about forgiving. You were in here, we were talking about forgiving, mm-hmm. and if it's okay to forgive, and just kind of what their thoughts are about forgiveness. This kind of reminds me of not forgiving someone.
Yeah.
I mean, when you don't forgive someone, it's almost like you're carrying this huge burden all the time. And it's almost like it doesn't really affect the other person so much.
It doesn't affect you.
No, it doesn't affect you. I just look at you and go, wow, why would you want to carry that huge piece of luggage around?
Why?
That's just why. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked that you have this massive piece of luggage.
Yeah. And how much trouble.
Well, so have you ever thought about letting it go? I mean, I guess if this represents you not forgiving someone, right? Is there someone that I guess
I don't know how. How do I let it go?
Yeah, that's a tough one. How do you let it go?
How do I let it go?
How do
I get rid of this burden?
That's a tough one. How would you guys? How do you get rid of?
Yeah.
How do you get rid of it? I mean, if someone, so obviously someone in your life hurt you.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, right? Yeah. I mean, can you think?
Yeah.
Can you think of someone that that hurt you?
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously.
Deep. It's a deep hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
So have you? Obviously, you don't want to let it go, because you're carrying it, and it's a burden to you.
Right.
So have you ever thought about just kind of letting it go and forgiving that person and just getting rid of that baggage that you're carrying?
I think I would like to do that.
Would you like to
I
do
would
that?
love to do that. I would love to get rid of this burden that is weighing my whole life.
So what is your, I guess, what are your fears? What are your fears? I mean, are you,
If I let it go
yeah,
and I let that guard down,
right,
am I letting them in again? Am I
Right.
letting them come and attack me again?
right. And that's a good point. What do you guys think?
Are they going to betray me again?
Right. I mean, how do you guys deal with that? If you want to forgive someone, but they're going to hurt you again, they're going to go right back to there and they're going to hurt you again. So you almost want to hang on to that,
Yeah.
and not let them go,
Almost
and
like a
try to,
protector.
you want to kind of keep them in prison,
Right.
but
You're keeping yourself in
you're
prison.
keeping yourself in prison. That's absolutely right. You're keeping yourself in prison. That's true.
I want to get out of prison now.
Well, we're talking about that person that's going to do it again. I know that's a big concern because you're my wife and I love you. And we've talked. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about some Proverbs, and it talks about as a dog returns. It's pretty graphic. As a dog returns to its vomit, so does a fool returns to his folly. So there are always going to be people that hurt you guys and hurt you over and over again.
Yeah.
And so you have to build boundaries and know those people and have safe boundaries and know how far they can go and where they can't go and where you want them in your life. Because if they return to their vomit, it doesn't mean that you need to be there when they go lick up their vomit, right? I mean, you guys don't need to be there, right?
Right. So they want to know how we do that.
How you release it?
How do we get rid of this?
Boy, I think there was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen this movie? Really good movie. Really good movie. Okay. It is The Shack. Mm-hmm. And so so have you guys seen The Shack? Yeah. We have a lot of comments coming through. Have you guys seen The Shack? Basically, so The Shack the movie is that a guy has a daughter and his daughter is stolen, taken, and killed. We won't ruin the story for you because it's an amazing story, has a lot of good plot. But his unforgiveness of this person, his anger, is eating him up inside, and he starts to lose his wife. He starts to lose contact with his other daughter and his son, and they're becoming distant, and the whole thing is making it worse and worse and worse. And he meets Jesus and the Holy Spirit and God in the shack, and they teach him how to forgive. Yeah. And forgiveness sometimes is a second by second, moment by moment forgiveness. And that's how he had to process it, because he couldn't do it all at once. Right. And God says, I don't expect you to do it all at once. It's a process of saying, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Yeah. And it was really hard for him. Sam Worthington, that's the actor.
It doesn't mean that you forget.
No. Forgiveness, right? Everybody agree? Forgiveness doesn't mean that you forget. Right. There's two different things. Right. I mean, I think there have been people that hurt you, right, out there, right? People that hurt you, but that doesn't mean
you forget.
You forget.
And I think the only reason why you don't forget is because you need that boundary. You gotta have those boundaries.
Yeah.
Right?
You do need the boundaries to know, if I let this person inside, they will hurt me again, because that's what they do. They hurt me. Right. So you have a boundary. So someone says no, they haven't seen The Shack. You guys have to see The Shack. If you haven't seen it, go rent it. Netflix. It's out there. Go rent it. It is.
Don't look into the logistics.
Don't look at
People go after it because they're like, oh my gosh, God's a woman.
Yeah.
And African American, and you can't look at that. The whole movie and just the plot of it and what the message behind it.
The message is not biblical, meaning God, isn't a female. Right. I mean, but if you look at the message and it has a great message. And just look at it as a story. Yeah. You're reading a story. Really so let's work on you getting rid of this baggage. How many people are ready to get rid of the baggage in your life? Get rid of the unforgiveness. It's weighing you guys down. I mean, Jesus said also that he wants to take your burdens. Yeah. That a Christian and a life following Jesus, shouldn't be a heavy life.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And, you know, I think also, just another point is I believe it's in Romans, if I'm correct, can make sure I'm correct, is that I think a way we don't want to forgive people because we don't trust that God will do it right.
Right.
You know, because like in the movie, he says, I want him dead. I want to hurt him.
Right.
And then, you know, God, the figure God says, now you're playing God again.
Right.
You don't trust me
Right.
to know
To take
that
care
I'm
of
going
it.
to take care of that person and you're not God, I am.
Yeah.
You need to let me have it and I will take care of it. So I think sometimes, and see if you guys agree too, that sometimes forgiveness is not trusting, or we want it right. I mean, it's
Right.
like in our country, you know,
We want
something
revenge.
we want revenge. If somebody hurts us or someone does something wrong, we want to make sure that person pays.
Right.
And so we, and I get it because I would do
We
it.
all do it.
We all do it.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to see that person hurt.
Right.
I want to do it. And so
Right.
I don't trust God that he'll do it.
He'll
Right?
do it.
Yeah.
He'll do it.
So,
Promises, he'll do it.
so what's holding you back? What's holding you guys back? We would love your comments. What's holding you back?
Yeah. So, no, you know, nothing. We
Aren't you
talked
tired?
About it. You know, you're fearful. For me, I don't feel like I want to subject myself to that person anymore.
Right.
And so you know,
Is it a way of keeping them in prison?
Well, I think what's really easy is if it's, you know, usually more easy, I should say, is if it's a work-related person or a casual friend.
This is kind of getting heavy on my leg.
I know.
Wow, even I'm feeling your luggage.
So, but family is totally different.
Yeah.
Family's
tough.
Because you don't want to have to draw this boundary around family.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's hard too.
That's hard.
You know, so I think a lot of it is fear that, you know, this person's going to come back into your life. And
right.
I think if you have those boundaries I talked about, then for me to let it go, I have to pray for that person.
That's true. That's a good point.
That's
to truly forgive a person.
That I've forgiven, and I truly am praying for not for them to be, you know,
blessed and happy and all that kind of stuff, right?
Or, you know, ill will on them. I don't pray for ill will on them.
Right.
I genuinely pray for their well-being, and you know,
that's a good point.
Maybe
that's a good
someday
point.
there will be a reconciliation, but I'm not. That's up to God.
Right.
You know?
Would you guys have a hard time praying for someone that hurts you? I know. I think I would.
And some people you know, they have their mom or their dad.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's hard.
That's very tough.
This parent is supposed to be protecting you, taking care of you know, being there for you, and they've hurt you, they've betrayed you, and
how do you
deal with that?
Yeah, that's tough.
I know there's a lot of women that I talk to that have to deal with their moms, and they're just so bitter because their moms just hurt them so badly that they have to come to that point where they just forgive them.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go.
And the biggest part of that is if you let that forgiveness go, then you're allowing good things to come into your heart.
Right.
Not all that negativity.
Right.
That negativity just consumes you and it just takes over your life.
Yeah.
Which is what Satan wants.
Right.
He wants to steal your joy.
Right. He does. And it's stealing your joy. It's weighing you down. I mean, I saw you came in here and you looked tired carrying this. I'm like, oh my goodness, isn't it time to let it go?
I'm gonna let it go now.
Oh my goodness, I made a lot. Don't you feel better?
Isn't that nice?
Wow, the couch is like a whole bunch lighter.
Woo! That was good.
So does that feel good to let it go?
It does feel good because inside I feel like I can let Jesus back in.
Yeah.
I can feel that love and that peace and the joy and the happiness and all the good stuff.
Yeah.
And not the
But you know, you still have it over there. It looks like you might grab it again.
Well, see, that's the thing.
I mean, it looks like you're
kind
of like.
Let it go, you gotta let it go.
Okay.
But that might be, like you said, minute by minute.
You grab it back again and you hold it, and it's like, no, I don't want to forgive that person. So you grab that luggage again. and it starts to weigh you down,
Yeah.
and it's just weighing.
Yeah, it's too much.
It is.
It's too much.
Well, I'm so glad you let it go.
Woo!
Woo!
Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus. You know, it reminds me in closing. It reminds me of a verse in Matthew when Jesus is on, I believe it's like the Sermon on the Mount where he's teaching us to pray, you know, the Lord's Prayer. And right after the Lord's Prayer, you know, it says, you know, forgive us our debts. This is the Lord's Prayer. So this is like, you know, on the Sermon on the Mount when he's teaching people how to pray.
Right.
Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And then he goes in to say that I believe it's, you know, Jesus or God, you know, when you forgive, Jesus will forgive you. If you don't forgive others, Jesus or God will not forgive you. Now that's, to me, pretty,
Ooh,
that's pretty blunt.
That's pretty, yeah.
That's pretty blunt.
A lot of weight on you right there.
Yeah.
You don't like that.
Yeah. And just, you know, then it makes me think, and then we'll close with this. It makes me think that we're just goofy. It makes me think that how many times that I've let Jesus down. I mean, I've let him down. I mean, give it up, guys, right? You got to give it up. I mean, how many of us have let Jesus down, disappointed him? I mean, over and over and over and over and over again.
Since the get-go.
Since the get-go.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone through periods in my life that have been bad, and I still let him down. But yet, he forgives me every single time.
And he loves you so much.
Yeah.
He's especially fond of you.
He's especially fond of you.
Watch the shack.
Watch the shack. That's a quote from the shack.
Yeah.
So it makes me think that, you know, and then it also says in the Bible, we're supposed to give 70 times 7, which is basically kind of infinity.
Right.
It has no limit.
Right.
So you're supposed to give 70 times 7 infinity.
Right.
So
yeah.
I'm glad you got rid of your baggage, your luggage.
Yeah.
Luggage, baggage.
A heavy burden.
You look a lot better without that big black suitcase.
I can travel so much easier now. Go to the restroom.
Go to the restroom. I mean, it must have been hard to like go into the bathroom. What do you do? I'm going to the bathroom with the big luggage on. Like, hello, are you done? I'm almost done.
Put my luggage down.
Woo! Okay, so I hope that guys helped you.
Yeah.
We're trying
Start
to
with baby steps.
Baby steps.
You know, pray about it. Try and forgive that person and pray for that person and let Jesus in and get that negativity out.
Mm-hmm.
Just little by little.
Yeah.
Little by little by little. You can do it.
Yeah. And I hope that guys gave you a good visualization. I can't say it.
Deaf one.
I know. She's the deaf one. I hear. So I hope the guys gave you just a good example of the weight that you are carrying around with you when you don't forgive people.
Yeah.
So, but please keep the comments coming.
Yes.
Even after the replay, after this goes live, ends live, we would just like to know your struggles. I mean, family is a big thing. Yeah. I mean, where do you have problems forgiving people? And maybe we can all together just kind of help each other and encourage each other to forgive.
Yeah.
So, cool. Well, thank you for that. Great. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of fun stuff going on. We're on YouTube and
ding the bell.
Ding the bell. Hit the notification so when we go live.
Ding the bell.
Subscribe and ding the bell.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. Love you guys. We're gonna go back and read the comments now because there's a whole bunch coming on. Love you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.